Hey guys, it is February 17th at 12:19 p.m. and we're making really good time today, so I just wanted to tune in with you guys and show you a little bit about what we're doing. It's a very popular topic in painting now. It seems like everybody wants to do it, so here's a quick little tribute for you guys. What I have in front of me is a whole bunch of tools, and what we're doing, if anybody notices that thing, what we're doing is texture repair. So we have a homeowner that had a couple bathrooms, and she actually started to scrape one of them and realized it was just a lot of work, and you need a lot of tools, which you kind of need everything in front of me here. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. If you were going to start this project, you're going to need some tape and some plastic. You're going to need to go around all the ceiling line, and then you're going to need to drape that all the way down to the baseboards and tape that nice and tight. And then ideally you want either a drop cloth or some builder's paper on the floor, so that way everything's a nice little baggy tight unit. And then we have these fancy little zippers that goes right on the side of that and allows you to have a nice little door to be able to go in and out to keep everything sealed while you're working. So you want to go ahead, tape, plastic, everything, builder's paper the floor. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to soak the ceiling down if you need to remove that texture. And you don't want to go too heavy. I don't have my pump sprayer in here right now. All we use is like a 1-gallon pump sprayer that you would use for doing like weed killing and stuff like that. You can use a spray bottle if you'd like to, just a little more hand action, squeezing that handle. So once you go ahead and do that, then you're going to scrape that texture off. Ideally you want a 12-inch blade, just so that way you cover a little more surface area. And 6-inch blades are nice just for little corners, tight areas. And then I always keep this on my side, and what this has in it is a 5-way, so nice little 2.5-inch blade on there, just for getting in really tight areas, multi screwdriver, and a snap blade razor blade. Really like these because they got some serious reach to them for kind of getting into tight areas, and you can always keep a nice sharp blade on there, just snapping those off. So really like having that. That's what you'll need for all of your texture removal, in addition to one of these. So this mask here is the standard, and then this one here is the same thing, but it just has the screen on there. And I kind of left this dirty for you guys so you can see the reason why we use those. Those are really nice to have when you're spraying and scraping texture. You're not getting all that stuff in your eyes. So once all of that's scraped down, then what you want to go ahead and do is prime everything. This right here is what I use for priming. Since everything's baggy tight, we really don't have to worry about overspray. So we like to spray everything, make a nice uniform finish on there. So we use the Graco Ultramax handheld that runs with a DeWalt battery, and then it has a little quart of paint down at the bottom. So we prime everything with that and then paint everything. We go through a lot less paint, have a lot less overspray, a lot less cleanup when we're doing these small jobs like this. So that thing's really nice to have. Then once you have it all primed, now you're left with putting the texture on. So what we use, typically what you'll find is medium texture. That's your most common, and all that is the size of these little beads that are inside of there. Okay, so inside of here it's those really tiny like styrofoam beads, and then all it is drywall mud. Okay, so when you mix up this texture, all you do is mix it with water, and you're going to be left with something that looks like that. And you want it to have a consistency that wants to run off your hands a little bit, just a little bit more runny than pudding, so that way it shoots through the gun. All of this stuff here that I have, for the most part, can be found at Home Depot. So if for a DIY person, really you could get all of this stuff just by going to Home Depot in one simple trip, okay? And then the other thing I'm leaving out here is a sander. We like to use the square pole sander just because it's a lot easier to get into the corners. Otherwise you use the disc sanders like these, either the 5 or the 8-inch. So we like to use the square for doing ceilings. It's a lot easier that way. And then the other big thing that you want to have is a vacuum. So now that I showed you those real quick, let's go shoot into these couple bathrooms and show you what we got going on. So this is the first one. This is the hall bath. What she had going on is it was starting to give way around here just from the humidity and stuff like that. I don't know if the bath fan wasn't working properly before she got it done. But either way, it was starting to peel right there, so we actually took this whole section off and then reprimed, shot texture, and then painted everything. And then we did the one upstairs as well. I'll come back down and show you the kitchen here in a second. So this one back here was an easy fix. The vent was just leaking a little bit up here. All that needed to do was get primed. Really simple. So we're gonna go ahead and put the vent cover back up there again, and nobody will ever be able to tell. And that's pretty common in Minnesota. So if you see that on the second floor, like a master bathroom, something like that, it's pretty common, a real easy fix, okay? So if you ever want it done, give me a shout. And then we got Dan Boy in here cleaning everything up. This is my production manager slash apprentice slash go-to slash punching bag. Yeah. So he gets the full brunt of it, but he's coming along super quick, so that's always cool. Inside of here, we did the same thing that we did downstairs. This is the one that I mentioned earlier that she had 3/4 of the way scraped. So she had it scraped pretty much to right over here. So we had everything cleaned up. We just sprayed this down, cleaned it up, made sure everything was nice and good, reshot it, and then repainted everything. So we got that one all nice and beautiful. Good job, Dan. And then I'm gonna show you what we got going on down in the kitchen real quick. So this one here, we actually had to do a little bit of mudding. What happened was the toilet leaked from upstairs previously, and there's a bunch of grease and stuff up here too. So this is twofold, really nice thing to do. We're gonna go ahead, clean all the dust and stuff off there, prime it, and then we're gonna have to retexture this area and make sure everything gets blended in for this kitchen. So that's all we have left to take care of today for the three bathrooms and the kitchen. So we should be wrapped up. It's 12:15. We should be wrapped up by 2 o'clock and on to the next thing. What's actually cool though, if you guys like this video and you want to see a little bit more, tune in tomorrow. It's gonna be early, so you may not be able to catch me live, but what we're gonna do is a small ceiling repair where they already have the drywall taken out, and we're gonna texture that and then paint the whole ceiling. So tomorrow, I'll give you a quick rundown on how that bad boy and that bad boy actually work. So, see you guys later.